Hey, what's up, YouTube? Doug here again, messing around with the two-stroke madness here. I got two exhausts here. One is from a bike that I just bought. Um, you see down in the hole the baffles that go around, and then there's like maybe four of them in there, five, whatever. That's basically how a silencer is on a gun. When it comes through, when the gases come through there, they get the sound gets expelled out through those little baffles that are in there, and then you finally get your noise out of the pipe at the end, out of the hole. Anyway, on this exhaust, when you're looking at it, right here is the end of the pipe that comes out of the engine. So when you got the whole length of the pipe coming all the way, comes all the way up and through, and then this thing's got holes drilled in it going down into the chamber, but we're not getting what we need here. The other pipe here is off my other bike. This one I've been running on pretty much every bike that I've gotten so far, every engine I put together. But the problem with these is it's hard to take the cap off and be able to get this to stay on if you want to get in there and drill it all the way out like this. This is basically the real deal. This is what makes this pipe like a two-stroke pipe. This lets the motor gets to create resonance. So, instead of you got that pipe coming all the way up out here, it's bouncing off the bottom of this cap and then going back in there. And I mean, there's no way it's going to return fast enough to even really give you, and that's why these motors suck. Period. When you get them with the stock exhaust, because the exhaust is made to be quiet. It's like California emission stuff. So what we do is we get rid of that. What I did was on this pipe here was I ended up just getting down there, grinding off the weld, take the weld off, and get it to where you can wiggle the whole pipe out of there. You got to have a welder to weld this thing back together. Cut it off, figure your distance, weld your pipe back on, and bam, that's it. You're there. Um, on the cap, let me show you how I ended up doing mine. I'm sure you guys can come up with different ideas on how to do this. I left a little bit of the pipe on there on the bottom. I didn't want to leave that much a long time ago. I might sit here and trim this up now because I got my hole where I wanted it. But right off the edge there, I drilled maybe that's 6 millimeter hole, maybe 7 millimeter, whatever. It fits down the middle of the pipe pretty good there. I drilled that hole, and then over here on this side, I took a machine screw or a self tapper and put it through here, and I drilled. I ended up going through a hole on a washer on the other side with this screw. So when I tighten it up, it pulls that washer in against the inside of that. The washer is actually sitting more. I'm trying to do this so I can here. Hold on one second. Let me set this down. All right. So the washer it actually comes up more right here onto the top side, and it pinches this cap, and it holds that cap on there. And then on the other side, all I got right now is a machine screw. You can get a different, get whatever you want that fits on there good. You can put a lock washer on it if you want. I got a brass nut, so when I tighten it down, it stays on there. It kind of locks onto the threads. Putting this on here, I have a hole drilled over here, and then I matched it. The hole's like right below this lip. So you see where that's at? I drilled that hole. This will hold it anyway. If you just do this one, I got this other one on there, and I think that's probably why I ended up doing this. Yeah, a while ago is because this wasn't holding it and pinching it good enough. But I use both of them now that they're on there. But this single one here will work. So the hole's drilled. You can adjust this, like play and open the hole up a little bit and get it to where this thing's really down in there. And then so when you put your uh, your your screw through the bolt here, and then you run the bolt through that hole, on the bottom of the cap for the exhaust pipe, and then oh, I'm not lined up. Hold on, get that out of there. Okay, so if I line this up and come on, all right, now I get it to where it's sticking out. It gives you enough room to where you can either go in here, and hopefully I can do this without dropping it. Wants to go all over the place on me. I got enough room to get my fingers in there, and they're pretty fat. But you can do it this way, or go ahead and get it started with and you can put lock washers or whatever you want on there. Just figure a good fit them in. It's going to take heat, so put good hardware on there that's going to hold it. I like using that Chromoly stuff with their lock bolts. They're lock washers because they work pretty good. All right, so now I'm sitting here and I got it to where it's snugged up, and I popped it down in there. Um, on the top part of my cap, I did have a bolt that was in this hole that was blocking that hole. So that was the only exit. And then once that hole popped open, I was like, to hell with it. I just left it open anyway. And it still runs like a beast with this muffler on here. And plus, it gives it more torque than doing it, the way I see other people doing it to where they're not popping that pipe out of there all the way. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, you have to weld it. That's the way it's got to be done. But now I can get down in there and just hold that with the flathead screwdriver or whatever, and then tighten it up and snug it, and then boom, it'll stay on. And I'm sure somebody else can figure another way out. I could put a screw or something in here. I could block that hole back off and get it to where I got access if I needed it, but I'm not worrying about it. So, yeah, you definitely get way more power, even with people clearing these things out or whatever, or cutting off, uh, you know, just cutting off that pipe. You still got restriction in there because of the baffles, and you still got restriction because this pipe runs the full length of that, and that's not a good thing. So I hope this video helps you out. If you want more power, if you thought you modified your exhaust once, try it again, and you'll see you'll get even a little more power. You might notice it, you might not. Best wishes, man. Please like and subscribe if you like my videos. I'm gonna start putting. I got more mod videos out there too. You want to check them out? Ram Air is a good one, and we'll check you guys out, man. Take care. Ride safe, man. Peace.